Assalamu alaikum, dear students. Hope you are doing well. Please open your English books. Yesterday we read our lesson Robinson Crusoe, and today we are going to complete the rest of its part. So far, what we read about Robinson Crusoe, that it is an adventurous story and it is moral tale at the same time. And it is a novel basically written by Daniel Defoe. And here we are only reading its small extract, right? And we read about Robinson Crusoe that he was the son of a merchant and his father wanted him to be a lawyer, and whereas Robinson Crusoe wanted to become a sailor. So he started his journey as a sailor or on a voyage. There he experienced shipwreck, and so far we have read that how did he survive, how did he struggled during that time, and how did he manage to reach to the island. So far we have read that it was the night and it was very dark when he reached to that island, but he didn't yet know that it was an island. But he managed somehow to accommodate himself around the bushes and trees, and he made himself comfortable between two branches and he slept there. We read up till now this much. Now we will read next that what happened. Please open page number 29. He told that there I slept the night as well as I could. In the morning, I looked out across the sea where was our ship, a quarter of a mile away from the shore. I came down the tree and found a stream where I drank some of the cool fresh water. I lay down again and slept again. Why did he lay down and slept again? Because he was so much exhausted. He struggled a lot. He fought a lot. He swam almost half an hour. He battled with the stormy sea, and then he found himself on the shore. The sky, when I woke up, he said that the sun was high in the sky when I woke up. I resolved to go out to the ship and try and bring back some things which would be useful to me on the island. Please underline the word resolved. Resolved means he found the solution of his problem. So what did he do? He went back to the ship and he brought few things which could be useful for him on that island. I plunged into the sea and made for the ship. Plunge, underline the word plunge, please. It means jump. At last, after a hard swim, I managed to reach and discovered a rope hanging over the side. With great difficulty, I pulled myself up the rope and reached the deck. Please underline the word deck. Deck is actually a flat area for walking or built across the space between the sides of a boat. The storm had damaged everything. There was broken masts. Underline the word masts, and torn sails and pieces of rope all over the ship. Students, masts mean a tall upright post or other structure on the ship or boat. He said that all these things were broken into pieces. I went down into the cabins and I found an axe. On deck again. What I told you about deck? That it is the flat area for walking on the boat. I cut the masts and ropes and made myself a small raft. Please underline the word raft. Raft is a flat structure of timber or wood that fastened together. It is just like a small boat. It works like a boat. I managed to get this raft into the sea and tie it to the vessel with a rope. What he did? He tied that raft with the vessel so that I found some of the seamen's boxes on board and filled them with stores. And what was in those boxes? They were full of bread, rice, and cheese. All these I piled on to the raft, and having found a broken oar. Please underline the word piled. Piled mean he made a bundle or he made a heap of them. He collected them to the raft. And what was raft? As I told you, that it was a flat structure of timber, of wood that he fastened together. Having found an oar, I cast off from the vessel and started for the shore. What he did, he collected all these things which he thought for himself that they could be for his necessity for him on that island. When I reached the sand, I carried the things up on a dry land. As a warrior, what he did, he managed to swim to reach to that area where he found his vessel. And then he managed to make a raft. And then he collected the things which were important for him on that island for his survival. He only could brought those things which were very important, right? So he managed all those things. He collected them first and he brought them to the raft, through the raft to the island. The next morning I walked along the shore and up a little hill. From there I could see that I was on an island. I was a prisoner without a friend on the world. There was no one living on the island but wild beasts. Students, can you imagine? Can you assess the feelings of some person who is all alone on an island and he has to manage to live over there? Initially, he didn't know how to live. So that is why he was feeling himself that that place was like a prison, and he was feeling himself like a prisoner over there. The next day I went back across the sea and bought more stores from the ship. Every day I toiled. Underline the word toiled. Toil means work extremely hard. Obviously, it was not easy to swim and to bring the things again and again. He might be having many trips to bring the things over the shore. I bought tools, wood, rope, nails, sails and clothes, guns and ammunition. Please underline the word ammunition. Ammunition means weapons, bullets, shells, and other kinds of weapons like that. And sugar and flour and bread. In one of the wooden boxes I found gold and silver coins. The sunshine made them sparkle. You see, he is mentioning all the possible things that vessel was carrying. And now he is asking himself, what use are you to me? I asked, everyone in the world desire you but me. What he is talking about? He is talking about those gold and silver that he found in those wooden boxes, but he has no more use for them. Here you can see the question is, why did Robinson Crusoe not want the gold and silver coins? Can you imagine that on a barren island, what can be the use of silver and gold coins for him? Nothing. They were zero for him. They were zero value for him. When I got back to my island, I noticed that the sky was black with great clouds rolled up from the west. The rain poured down. I saw the ship out at sea rise and then sink beneath a huge wave. Before the time when he was going back and he was collecting the important things for him, and he made raft over there, at that time the atmosphere and the everything was normal. But later on, great clouds rolled up, and the ship, which was already wrecked one, it sank beneath a huge wave. During the next few months, I busied myself in making a house with a strong stockade around it. Student, what is stockade? Please underline it. Can you see? This is stockade. This is stockade. Stockade is a tall fence or enclosure made of wooden pots to keep out enemies. So this is, can you see? This is like a barrier that he has made so that he could save himself from enemies. So I used one of the sails from the ship for the roof. I cut down trees trunks and carried them to house and slowly built a strong stockade to keep out wild animals. You see that how he managed to live over there. In the beginning, he found himself that he is like a prisoner. But later on, when he decided that this is his place now, so he decided to think about his survival. He managed to make a house for him, and he managed to make a strong stockade so that he can keep wild animals away from him. The months passed in hard work, and one day I set out to explore the whole island. The journey took me 3 days, and when I got to the other side of the island, I found a delightful valley. There were wild grapes and limes, and I collected a quantity of these and took them back to my house. You see that this is how the nature was helping him, that when he started to explore the island, he found a beautiful valley over there. It was the valley of fruits, and he found wild grapes and limes, and he collected the quantity of them, and this way he managed to live there. One day in the forest, not far from my house, I found some wild goats. I was just about to shoot one when I saw at my feet a baby goat. I picked it up and carried it home with me, and in few days it became quite tame, and after that it never left my side. You see that how nature helped him? He bought a baby goat, and later it was his company at the same time, and it was his arrangement for the milk as well. After a year or two on the island, I decided to make a small boat. I chose the wood carefully and cut and worked the timber. Timber is the word for many months. I made a sail from some of the canvas I had bought on shore from the ship, and with a good wind, the boat sailed well. At first, he made house for himself, he saved himself, and then he decided to make a boat. I taught myself how to make pots out of mud and how to make them hard and durable by burning them. I grew some corn and rice and also some wheat, and I taught myself to make bread. My life on the island was a happy one, and I had a good house, plenty to eat and plenty to work to do. One day I was walking along the seashore thinking about my home across the seas when I suddenly looked down, and there on the sand in front of me was a clear footprint. It was not mine, but the footprints of another man. You see, students, in the beginning of his arrival on that island, he said that I found myself as a prisoner, and here in this paragraph he said that my life on the island was a happier one.